Hey there, it's the Granny, and I'm back. And today I am doing a PTCGO match, and this isn't just any match. This is a doubleheader match. Um, it, this match is actually very helpful for a lot of people. It shows what happens when a deck doesn't really set up like it's supposed to, both ways. Like on my side, the first match you're gonna see that I didn't get really set up, and I almost get probably like I think it was close to 6-0. I get destroyed the first match, and then the second match, he doesn't really get set up as much either, and I end up winning that match. So you get to see like what happens when decks don't set up, and I think this is a very good helpful hint to show like don't get discouraged if your deck gets like doesn't get to set up. It's okay. You're gonna like live by it. It's gonna happen to everyone every once in a while. And at this time, like my clicks were really weird. Like I'd try to click and I'd be like, "Come on, click," and then it finally clicked. So yeah. Also, later today there will be another video up. It'll be an informational video. Lots of people have been. I've seen a lot of people ask this question before, and like how to do it. And so I'm going to show like how you do it, how you find it, and how I get to it. There is another way, and I'll show that way as well if you're not like a member. So you'll get to see that as well, and it's very nice, very helpful for a lot of people. So right off the bat, I start off with a Sigalith, a Mewtwo, and a Shaman, and he starts off with a Zekrom. I do get two dinos off of a Juniper, so I'm going to bench those. I haven't gotten any energy yet, so this is very, very bad. Right here I'm going to random receiver, and I get... Wait, did I random receiver? Or no, I level ball here to try to get his Wayless out. And as I'm looking through, my Wayless is prize. My only Wayless, so I'm just like, you know what, whatever. I don't really need it. We'll just random receiver, I guess. That'd be the best bet. I would bench a Sableye here, knowing those are my only two Sableyes. That's if I get a Juniper. And I get a Bianca. So I could bench a Sableye, so I can draw 3. But that's not going to happen. And the only reason for that is because I need that space for Darkrai. If I don't have that space for Darkrai, then I'm almost done for. And that's where I thought, you know what, I should get rid of Sableye. Sableye here isn't too great for this moment. So yeah, I'm going to have to pass again. And he's going to bench a Dynamo, put a Giant Cape on it. So more than likely here, I'll probably get outraged. Just because Zekrom's pretty darn powerful, honestly. And I asked him in the corner, like, what deck did he use at his Battle Roads, and he said Zekiel's. I'm like, sweet, because as you know, I love Zekiel's. It's one of my favorite decks, mainly because it was the first deck I ever ran. So here I'm going to get an Eviolite, going to attach, and I'm just going to end my turn, because that's all I can do. I'm not really drawing into anything I really need, and it's not very helpful right now. He did not attack last turn, which was really odd. Don't know why he didn't attack. I figured he would, especially at least try to outrage, and just to put 20 on. And here he's going to catch her out the Shaman, and he's already going to be taking 2 prizes here. And this is where I'm like, why did I bench the Shaman? So now I'm going to just send out Sigalith as death fodder, basically, because I know that in his Zekiel deck, he probably doesn't have any like big like hitters like EXs wise, and I might as well just let the Sigalith go, clear up some bench space, and that'll be very nice. And here, I'm almost positive I'm going to lose the Sigalith, but I also sent out a Death Fodder Pokemon on account of if I send it out, I can knock out the Zeal with Mewtwo next turn. by X-balling as long as there is enough energy. And so he's going to attach to Zekrom after using an energy switch so he could Bianca for some more cards, which was very smart. So he's going to knock out the Sigilyph, and I'm going to send out the Mewtwo, and I'm going to realize right at this moment, like, oh crap, I messed up. I did not do my calculations right. So I need an energy, and I do not get an energy. And if you heard that little dinging sound, that would be my mail. I guess I just got a new email. I wonder who it's from. He's telling me I should take Shaman out, and I've been thinking about it. Shaman is a really useful card, especially late game. Not a lot of people know that, but he is very, very great for late game. In this deck, you don't really use him all that often. I've found maybe like 1 out of 15 that you use him. And he's telling me a kid went 6-0 yesterday without the Shaman. And I'm like, I understand like where it's coming from. You can get another spot in your deck, and I could do that. I might take him out of my deck for like another Ultra Ball. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. Haven't decided. I know that Shaman is almost coming out. As you can see, there is a Giratina in my deck. Mainly I'm running the Giratina in this deck is for online purposes. Because Hydreigon cannot attack, but Giratina can. And Giratina allows me to knock out opposing Hydreigons and opposing Rayquazas in one shot. And like no matter what they do, unless they Giant Cape, Giratina cannot knock it out with Shred. That's the only thing, but I'm pretty sure it can still knock it out even with the Giant Cape because it technically is an effect on the Pokemon. Even though it affects the HP, I'm almost positive it's still an effect on the Pokemon. Therefore, Giratina would be very useful. So I get to take a prize as I knock out the Zekrom, and I get the Juniper off the prize. And I am very excited about that because getting that Juniper is a big thing. And then I realized, oh my goodness, Mewtwo was knocked out. So Mewtwo's knocked out and Mewtwo's gone. I have no energy on board, and I'm basically done for. So I'm going to have to Dark Patch. Got to get an energy on somehow. Got to get it to Darkrai. I'm going to bench the second Darkrai. Going to Enhanced Hammer off the DCE. And I'm going to Juniper. I probably should have kept the Giratina, but I did not. And I'm going to attach another Dark Energy here, which I need to do. I know he cannot knock me out. And I'm going to have to, or no, I'm going to take that back, put it on the Dino, and then I'm going to be like, no, never mind again. And I'm going to put it back on the Darkrai. Just because I know I won't lose the Dino. And I can max potion off the damage next turn. And he gets a Raikou out, and now I am really scared. So he's going to get the Zebstrika, and I'm going to check it, and then he keeps doing this. So I'm going to check it, and again. So here, what he really should have done, Zebstrika already had 1 Lightning Energy. He should have Dynamoted a Lightning Energy onto Zebstrika first, before he switched. Then switch to Zebstrika. Zebstrika would then have 2 Lightning Energy on it. And then he attached here. So now he attaches and he has 3 and he could win with a Lightning Crash. And that's game. So he could have already ended the game. But he did not. So I'm not going to say anything yet. Just in case he doesn't notice that first. What I should have done was max potion the Dino. But I did not. And here I'm going to retreat. Probably to a Darkrai. Just to probably to the good Darkrai first. Oh, I guess so. Next turn I can hit with Night Spear, start taking some KOs, and I'm telling him looks like he's got this game easy because I cannot find a good card or pull anything that I really need at the time. So as you can see, I did not get set up at all this game, and it's kind of just like dying off slowly. And I told him he could have ended it last turn by dynamotoring and then switching, then attach. And he didn't realize it until I told him, and he was like, "Oh wow, I guess you're right." He said he didn't expect the plus power, and I got another email. Gosh, I'm popular today. It might be like from YouTube or something. So here I'm going to attach Darkrai again. I'm thinking about Bianca or N, and I'm like, I need more cards, so I need an N here. So I N, get another Darkrai and a catcher, and I'm like, screw this game. I need a rare candy and a Hydreigon, and I know they're in my deck. Now give it to me. But it's not. And he's got 30 on Raikou. Or no, I don't put 30. I put the 30 on the electric, knowing it didn't really matter where I put it. And all he needs to do now is send out Thunderous first. And he could attach a Lightning to Raikou. Unless he has a Raikou in his hand, or a Raikou, a Lightning in his hand. And it looks like he Dynamotors to Thunderous. Kind of wondering why he's doing this when he could have done that to he should have done that to Raikou. He should have sent out Thunderous, Sky Arrowed Bridged, and then retreat to Raikou. And that would have worked out fine and dandy. So here I'm going to max potion the Dino, even though I know that Raikou can basically kill in one shot. I'm going to attach here. I don't see why I need to attach, but I did it anyway. And I'm going to pull out an electric, and I'm going to Juniper, try to get some cards out. And I get 2 Ultra Balls and no Hydreigon or Rare Candy. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, just one. I just need one, and I can't get any of them. And none of them are coming out. So it's not really helping my cause. So I'm going to get rid of one electric, and he's going to be able to send out Thunderous here. And now that he has the Sky Arrow, he'll be able to Dynamotor to Raikou, and then retreat to Raikou and hit a Dino for 100. So I finally get a Rare Candy and an Ultra Ball. And this is where I'm like, really? You're now giving me the cards I need a turn too late. And it doesn't really matter because it's basically over. So he's going to switch to Raikou, and he's going to hit me for 100. So I tell him good game. So now that that match is over, once it ends, I'm going to go back into the game and play him again for a second match, and it's going to last about the same amount of time. I know this is a kind of long video, but I thought it'd be nice to have like a double battle video. I once did actually a best 2 out of 3 with a guy, and I wish I would have recorded it. That would have been a great game, or 3 games to record, and it would have been awesome, but I did not record it. And I think it ended up being close to an hour long, so it was really close to like the time limit usually. So I'm going to hit play now, and it's not accepted, so I guess he just hasn't exited the game yet, unless he went right into another game, even though we talked about playing each other again. So I'm like, okay. So now I'm going to go into the game once more. And so here I'm going to play the Sableye first, which is the best move, because if I can get a and here we go again, the clicks are just so bad. If I can get a Dark Energy or something and get it discarded, I could Dark Patch to the Darkrai instead. which will be so much better. He says, let's hope this game gets uh, better, I guess. Something like that. It was close to that, and I said hopefully. Um, he's going to start off with a Blitzel and a Dynamo. Not a very great thing for me to see, as I know that he can set up pretty quick, and he has a Bouffalant. Since when did Zeal decks run Bouffalant? Anybody want to inform me of this? Because I have not seen a Bouffalant yet, and now that I see Bouffalant, it makes me really scared because Bouffalants are pretty scary, especially because of the buffer ability. So I'm like worried now because that buffer is really bad. I at least have to hit it 3 times with a Night Spear while it's on the bench to put it to 70 damage. And then I have to Night Spear it normally so it can die. And I don't want to do that because it's pretty bad. Or I could put 6 energies on a Mewtwo, and that is just costly because Mewtwo wars are not fun when you're on the losing side of them. So here I'm going to have to random receiver. That would be my best move. I need to get a supporter out for the turn. If I'm not able to play a supporter this turn, then I probably almost more than likely lose. So yeah. So sorry about being quiet just for a minute. So I get the end. I check my discard to see if I want to get anything out of it, and I do not. I could have Ultra Balled this turn for a Zweilous, even though it was my first turn. It would have been nice, or was that my second turn? I can't remember. Oh well. So it would have been nice to have the Zweilous, but then again, I'm like, you know what? Never mind. Here, I just want to get rid of cards. So I'm going to discard a Dark Energy and the Hydreigon, and I'm going to pull out another Hydreigon. And the reason I did that was just to get rid of cards so I can Juniper away here in a minute for a fresh 7 instead of having to get rid of all those anyway. So either way, it would have been the same if I would have just Rare Candied and then Junipered after the Rare Candy. But I was hoping I'd get a Dark Patch here, and I do not, which is very disappointing. If I get the Dark Patch there, he's basically almost in deep trouble because I will have a turn 2 Darkrai and be set up completely, and I will be going to work with the Darkrai after that. But that did not happen, so that's okay. So here I'm going to catch her out in the Bouffalant, and I'm going to Junk Hunt. And the reason I catchered it out was so I could get the one with the most retreat costs out, because I know getting rid of this Bouffalant will take a while and it'll be very helpful if it's gone quickly. So he has a switch, and I should have seen that coming, but that's okay. And he's going to switch out to Zebstrika, and he's going to hit me for 40, and I can't play any item cards this turn. And I'm like, you son of a gun. And I realized that at this point, I'm just like, what do I do? So I'm going to Dark Trance onto Darkrai now. Mainly because, like, I had planned on using the receiver, try to get out a different supporter than Bianca, and now I can't use it because he hit me for whatever that first attack is. I think it's Lightning Crash, or it might be, I think it's Lightning Crash. We'll see here in a minute. Which stops me from playing trainers my turn. It's Disconnect. Okay, Disconnect. So he gets rid of that, and I have to send out Darkrai. I don't really have to, and I'm like, what? Not again. So I get the Dark Patch. So I could retreat, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to retreat to Giratina, but I can't play any energy cards, and I'm like, no! I want to play the dark patch. And he just keeps hitting me for 40 with disconnect and making me not play energy card or item cards. And I'm about to just like tell him, be like, stop doing that, because it's really annoying, and I don't want to like face that anymore. I want to play my item cards because, as you see, I have all item cards. So he's gonna hit me again with disconnect, and once again I cannot play item cards. So this time I'm just gonna have to pass. And he just like sends me a smiley face, and I don't remember what I said, but I was getting mad at this point because I really have this game if it isn't for that. And I tell him I literally have all item cards, and I get a Juniper. And I'm like, yes, I can discard all my resources, or I can just pass. And I'm going to discard everything. That is usually a bad misplay, and you probably should never, ever, 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 ever do that. Because that was a lot of resources, as you could tell. And I'm going to retreat now to the Darkrai, and I'm going to Dark Trance my energy back up to Darkrai so I can start hitting him for 90, because I'm getting sick and tired of this stupid disconnect. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit him for 90, and I'm thinking about where to put the 30 at, and I'm almost positive I should probably put it on a Dynamo. But instead I'm going to put it on the Registeel just to soften it up, which is probably not a great move. But I mean, like, the next turn the Zebstrika will be knocked out. I'll be able to put 30 more on the Registeel, or I could put 30 on a Dynamo or Blitzle, and then I will be able to knock out the Dynamo if I put it, or the Blitzle next turn if I put it on there, because then it's just a very easy KO. And I'm just going to Night Spirit, but again I put it on the Registeel to soften him up, because next turn I could honestly send out Giratina and Dragon Blade for the knockout. Or is it Dragon Blade? I don't know. I don't remember the attacks because they aren't the attacks I usually want to use. So he's going to pull out the Registeel, and he's going to put a Raikou down and attach one Lightning Energy, and he's going to Dynamotor a Lightning Energy, and this is already pretty scary. This is a part you probably don't want to see all that often, and he's going to hit me for 30, hit 30 for Giratina, hit 30 on Hydreigon. So here I'm probably going to Dark Patch to get the Dark Energy back. That'd be the smart thing to do. Now that I think about it, I could have played Sigilyph, and I could have attacked him with Sigilyph too, but I didn't have to do that. So here I'm going to check what's left, and there is a Mewtwo, and I knew there was a Mewtwo for sure the first time. So I'm going to play the Mewtwo, and I'm going to Max Potion, or no, what do I do? I Dark Patch first. I'm going to Dark Patch and get that on my Darkrai, and I'm going to Max Potion chance. Just do it. First I'm going to go to Mewtwo, and I'm going to send up all the energy. And I'm only sending up all the energy because I know for sure to make sure I get the KO. And if he has a Mewtwo and a DCE, it's basically game. So I'm going to Max Potion the Giratina, because I might need Giratina. You never know. So here, I'm trying to think what I want to do. I want to get the Registeel out first. That'd be the smart thing. But I could catcher out the Raikou, and I'm counting up the energy. I just happen to not have enough energy. If I had one more energy in play, I could knock out the Raikou, send out, or by catchering it out, and then leaving Registeel on the bench, and Registeel would then be very good a very easy knockout with a catcher with Mewtwo. So that'd be very nice, but I did not have that last energy, so I'm going to save it. So here he's going to revive, and I'm almost positive he'll bring back Registeel, and he does. So next turn my plan is to catcher out his Raikou if he doesn't bring it out. And I'm going to knock it out until he does that. I realize he's going to Volt Bolt now. And now I will not have enough energy to knock him out. And here I would hit the Darkrai, which he's going to hit the Darkrai. And the Darkrai with damage on it, I believe. Or no, he does not. Either the Darkrai only had 70 on it, or he decided that the Mewtwo was more costly. Oh, and the Darkrai did only have 70 on it, so that is why. So now I'm going to catcher out his lone electric, and I'm going to retreat to my Darkrai that is now fresh, and I'm going to power it up, and I'm going to hit him for a Night Spear, and I'm going to put 30 somewhere. So I know now that he cannot power up anything from his discard. Here I'm going to put 30 on the Dynamo. That would be the correct play, because if he sends anything out I can knock it out, and I don't want another electric in play. That is one card that I do not want to see again. And as you can see, like when decks don't get set up, your opponent does, there is a very costly measure, and you're almost out of the match like right away. So I kind of wait, and it took me a little while, but I finally take my prize. I don't know why I waited so long, but there we go. Once again, I am going to regionals in Houston, Texas. If you are planning on going, message me, and maybe we can meet up or something. Be kind of cool. I don't know. It'd be nice to like see some of my subscribers, especially if they're from Houston or the area at least. And I am gonna be like play testing, so that'd be pretty fun. It'll be my first time actually play testing before a tournament. Never really done it before. So here I'm going to attach to Mewtwo. I'm gonna Night Spear here, and I'm gonna go ahead and take the prize on the Dynamo, and I'm gonna be able to get the prize. So that was a very smart move. Send out an EX wise, because it'll take 2 turns for me to knock it out, and I will only take 1 prize instead of 2, and I cannot put it on the other, or on the Blitzel, because if I put it on the Blitzel, then I'm not taking a prize. So I'd rather take 1 prize than none. So that's why I did that part. And we're gonna find out what's going on here, and he's gonna send out the Bouffalant. I know I have enough energy, and so we'll see what's going on. And I told him I recorded both matchups, and he was actually surprised about it and was like, "Oh, yay! I didn't think you were going to do that, but that's kind of cool." He was like, "Oh, cool, you were recording." I was like, "Yeah." When somebody usually asks me to record, I will not record. When somebody usually, like one of my subscribers asks me for a match, I'll usually record it, just because like you're watching the match. I mean, it'd be cool if you can like watch what's actually going on and see how I played, and why I played that way, and see what I had, and what was going on. And he said his deck was bad, and it just got lucky the first game, and that was mainly because I couldn't set up, and he knew that. But like, and he looks at the Mewtwo and he's like, "That's a lot of energy," and it really is, and that's why it's kind of scary sometimes, especially if you're in a Mewtwo war. So yeah, today I did buy a Keldeo box. I opened it, and one booster pack that will be sent out, that will be a, a video, and it is scheduled for Friday, mainly because I didn't have anything for Friday yet, and that's an easy video to download and stuff and render, and then I can just put it up Friday morning before I leave to go home again. Yes, I am going home again. It's just it's a big weekend back home, so that's why I'm going. And it'll give me my last week of league before regionals. So give me some more practice, which is nice. So yeah, that's the end of this video. So until later today, you'll get to see another video. Thanks for watching, you guys, and see ya.